it's clear from what you're saying, the learning experience isn't just what happens during the event or the session. It's often what you do before and after plays such an important part. So what do you think an organization can do to support the before and after? Because that's often the areas that are overlooked, and so much effort goes into just planning those, hours that you're in the classroom for. What can companies do to support the before and after?
So if it's something like a program, it's probably a little easier to say that, to really celebrate a launch, to be able to get that advocacy from maybe an individual within the exec team, board, or otherwise, whatever the setup is well, and to really think around the linguistics so that the welcome email that might come out from an HR department is very much aligned and almost curated with whoever's done the design. In fact, I'm just about to support with a new program, and the comms is part of my role as a learning professional to help it to sort of embed as well. Micro videos are wonderful. So again, rather than just telling someone and it's sort of bypassing a 90-second video, to give a little bit of a flavor or a teaser, or maybe that secret envelope to say something's coming and you don't know what, that just creates that heightened curiosity of, okay, what's this? The packs I'm a big fan of for programs, and somebody opened it last week and it was a brilliant example of, they went, I'm so excited. And it was wonderful to see that what are we doing to create that excitement? We can be really excited behind the scenes because we've been working on something and we know there's some learning magic coming up. I think we sometimes just forget to loop in the learners. And the expectation is, come along, you're going to have a great time. But don't tell them, show them that as well. So whether that's through a SharePoint, whether it's little flash reminders, whether it's a personalized email, if there is the opportunity to pop something in the post, something that says, get excited, but also it shows I'm committed, we're committed, we're looking for your commitment as well. So something up there that allows people to almost start to give some of their cognitive thought into whatever the learning experience is. And likewise, that continues afterwards as well.
And it sounds like a big part of your learning experiences, Emma, are kind of the social and collaborative element, right? Like you said, it's not just all on the facilitator or the instructor. It's actually you're facilitating for people to interact and learn from each other during those experiences. How can you go about creating an environment where people can form those connections, especially when you're doing it virtually?
Yeah, and it's always one of those things where it's an art. So I'm continually learning every time where I think, oh, that worked well, or oh, I wouldn't do that next time. It is about building trust. It's that age old of sharing some vulnerability, showing some humanness. I think what's really important as well is giving something up front that makes people go, oh, that's good. That's useful. I've already learned something. We're only 30 minutes in. So that first 20, 30 minutes of a workshop and engagement, whether it's online, virtual, face-to-face, is critical because it's that learner's opportunity to say, I'm deciding whether I'm going to show up or actually I'm just going to be a passenger. Right. Humor is a big part. I think actually laughter and fun. I'm a great believer, as the proverb says, what we learn in pleasure, we don't forget. So there's a lot of work in being really present and getting people talking. So if it is a virtual environment, within 10 minutes, they're in a breakout, almost whirlwind, where they're thinking, oh, I haven't got time to think. So there's some sort of activity or thinking or sharing. So we get them talking, because what you're doing is you're setting the platform to say, this isn't about me. This is about you. This is around your experience. Also about getting some of those challenges. So whilst I am insanely positive, I'm also really pragmatic. So on the table from the outset, it's sharing with people. We want to look at new ways of working. We know there's some real challenges here as well. And we do quite a lot of connection where we say these two things, again, within the first 30 minutes, that people go, we're not sugarcoating stuff here. Yeah. We want to make it work. So it feels real, a bit of vulnerability, a little bit of fun, always a big dose of kindness, seems to set the scene pretty well.